Ivanka Trump arriving in South Korea overnight, where she will be leading the U.S. delegation at the Winter Olympics closing ceremony.
We are very, very excited to attend the 2018 Winter Olympic Games, to cheer for Team USA, and to reaffirm our strong and enduring commitment with the people of the Republic of Korea. So thank you for the kind welcome.
So with peace talks on the line, could we see the first daughter at the table, and would her presence help? Here now to weigh in is senior fellow at the Hudson Institute and a foreign policy expert, Rebecca Heinrichs. Thanks for joining us this morning, Rebecca. We appreciate it. So what do you think? Do you think her presence and her being there will help with the peace talks?
No, I think it's a shame that South Korea is so optimistic, I think, unfounded, optimistic about looking for this freeze between North and South Korea. They thought that the Olympics were going to help. Now they think that Ivanka, the daughter of the president, is going to help. I wish that President Moon would simply go back to what he was doing originally when President Trump was inaugurated and simply back up and let the United States lead, defer to President Trump, because, unless North Korea is willing to come to the table so we can talk about their nuclear missile program, there's not going to be any change with the diplomatic relations with that country.
Well, what seems to be working are these very strong sanctions against the country that the president here in the United States has pushed very hard for. And a report came out a few days ago that says North Korea could soon be flat broke. That could push them to the table. That could bring them to the table rather fast, couldn't it?
Yes, the key here is to just have some resolve, because the pressure campaign really does seem to be choking off North Korea's economy. And so now is not the time to have our knees buckle here. You have to continue to press forward, continue with this international effort. The Trump administration has been incredibly successful at getting international consensus to squeeze North Korea. So now is not the time to begin, looking for capitulations to North Korea. We are in the driver's seat, we being the United States, and South Korea really needs to recognize that, and again, not jump the gun here and try to look for diplomatic openings where there isn't any.
Well, Rebecca, later this morning, President Trump is scheduled to speak at CPAC. Look, all eyes right now are on the conversation about the gun debate. That's what everybody is talking about in this entire country, and he so far has not been quiet on it. He's been outspoken. What do you expect to hear from him today?
I think President Trump, he's doing very well, I think, at navigating a lot of the passions and the sensitivity surrounding the issue. That press conference he gave, where he was speaking with the family of the fallen and those who are affected by gun violence. And so I think he does have to make sure that, though he is here at CPAC, there's a lot of people here who, they're very passionate about their Second Amendment rights. We remember those are civic rights, and he's going to strike that tone, but he's also going to, be compassionate, I think, and understand that there are really serious concerns about the vulnerability of our schools and gun violence. But I do think that he's going to have to mention that topic in some way, or it will be sort of awkward and painful, because it is really on the minds of the American people.
He's certainly not pandering to either side in that debate. He's especially not pandering to the NRA, which has been interesting to see. Let's talk about your speech today. You're going to be talking about the Middle East, and you're going to be on a panel, right?
That's right. I'm going to be on a panel talking about the Mideast policy. The Trump administration has completely recalibrated the U.S. Middle East policy. It is centered on a couple of things. One, rolling back ISIS, destroying ISIS, in fact, which the Trump administration has been very successful in doing, destroying basically the entire caliphate, the physical caliphate of ISIS in Iraq and in moving into Syria, but also making sure that we're rolling back Iran's influence. I recently went out to an Air Force base here a couple of days ago with the Pentagon to look at Iranian missiles and weapons that we've picked up on the battlefield that shot at Iran from Houthi rebels in Yemen. All of those weapons are being made by the Iranian government and shipped to Houthi rebels to undermine stability in the Middle East, to shoot at American allies, and in fact, wreak havoc. And so the Trump administration is dedicated to exposing the malign activities of Iran and pushing back all of the influence that has been gained really since the Obama administration's policy of legitimizing Iran, and centered on that, of course, was the Iran deal.
Yeah, such a complicated issue that is, and that'll be a very interesting panel. Rebecca, thank you so much.